Hello everyone. Hope you all are doing well. On the behalf of Global Forum for Teacher Educators, I welcome all the registered participants. Today, we have participants from different parts of the world, including the Philippines, Nepal, China, Russia, Sri Lanka, India, Pakistan, Malaysia, Indonesia, Albania, Germany, Afghanistan, Morocco, Bangladesh, Romania, UAE, Kuwait, United States of America, Libya, Jamaica, Thailand, Turkey, Somalia, Maldives, and many more. I warmly welcome you all. Over to you, Dr. Munir.
Thank you very much, Ms. Salima. Hello, everyone. My name is Dr. Munir, and I am the Volunteer Director of Global Forum for Teacher Educators. I founded Global Forum in 2014 as a human rights initiative. It is a virtual global forum that promotes free human rights awareness among children and women of marginalized communities. Global Forum also provides free vocational and educational training to visually impaired children, violence affected youth, and women. Global Forum for Teacher Educators has arranged several free competitions and recreational activities for children battling cancer, visually impaired children, and street children. Our socio-eco-ethical model works on the principle of disseminating awareness and supporting disadvantaged people in a dignified manner. For the very first time, we launched a series of free webinars for global researchers and teachers during March 2020 till June. These webinars were voluntarily conducted by renowned speakers. We also held a successful conference last week. This is our 10th free webinar and the first Facebook Live webinar. The webinar will last for about 1 hour and 20 minutes. If you have any questions, you can write in the comment section throughout the session. Please attend the complete webinar. We will share the attendance sheet anytime during the live webinar. Let us now begin. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining this live webinar. I am Dr. Moosa, Professor of Education and Volunteer Director of the Global Forum for Teacher Educators. The topic of my presentation is how to instill ethical values among children. Now, I have been closely witnessing the delicacy of children's personalities for the last many years. They need proper nourishment. Sometimes it is okay to pamper them or to ignore them, but do not extend it for long. It's from my side that children are like pot of flower. If you will give them proper attention, flowers will bloom properly. But if you will give them extreme care or lack of attention, in both the cases, flowers will be damaged. And that's why I am repeating, it is okay to pamper them or to ignore them, but do not extend it for long because these children need proper nourishment of mind, your care, your love. So why should we teach children about ethical values? What are the driving force which incline us to instill moral values among children? Well, We all have dreams, desires, expectations, not only from ourselves, but also from our children. And that's natural. Do not blame yourself for everything. If you are a teacher or a parent, you would agree that we all want our children to live a happy life, right? We want them to live a peaceful life. For that, we want to groom them, nourish them. We consider it as a responsibility to teach them good manners and ethical values. But, my dear teachers, researchers, and parents, let us keep our wishes, our hopes, and our dreams aside, and let us think about children, that how embracing ethical values can benefit them. So, as you can see, that if they have ethical values, it will eventually help them to embrace self identity. By self identity, I mean to explore their own selves, their strength, their weakness. They will better understand who they really are, their potentials, and the purpose of life is so much important. But are we giving them time? Are we providing them space to grow? That question you need to ask your own selves. Second, make the right choice in life. Yeah, we all have made good and bad choices in our life, isn't it? And still we are doing the same. Remember, we are human, we are fragile, and so the child is. We can make mistakes. The same case is with the children. If they have ethical values, they can at least make right decision in life, or will gradually learn from trials and errors to manage their lives, to respect self and others. It's very important, very important. We often teach children to respect others, but we tend to have higher, or I would call it the highest expectations from the children to respect others. Yes, I agree it's pertinent. But what if children are not respecting their own selves? What if they don't value their own self dignity? If they have ethical values, they will start respecting self and eventually understand who they should respect in life and who they should not. They will become a rational human being. And let me tell you, it will help them to make the wise decision, keeping aside the prejudice and social constructs which often pressurize children to follow their parents, not their instincts. Next is to live with integrity. When a child lives in integrity, he or she can influence, inspire, and motivate others. Dear teachers, students, researchers, and parents, honesty and trust are central to integrity, and you should always teach this thing to your children. Let me give you an example of value honesty. We all value honesty, right? So we will not tolerate a lie and do not lie just to please others. But to be honest, we all lie. The situation forces us to lie. If children have ethical values, they will live with honesty and will not try to lie and to break the trust of others. Well, sometimes they can, so have patience. I use the word try because, after all, we all are human, not robots. Next, to instill responsibility, I would call it a sense of ownership. We all want children to start taking and undertaking responsibilities. But are we giving them space to think and to take responsibilities on their own? For example, dear one or dear daughter, what are you doing in the kitchen? Why have you broken the glass? Slap, slap, slap. Abuse, abuse, abuse. Don't do this. Please don't do this. Not all children are same, and not every children will take the same responsibility, be it social, academic, or others. Remember, responsibilities come gradually. And let me tell you frankly, sometimes your children might not take the responsibility when they grow up. It could be because of you, it could be because of any other thing. They will fear taking the decision. So please understand the value of instilling responsibilities among your children. So, there are many values which we want our children to embrace, right? Personal values such as love, patience, kindness, forgiveness, selfishness, and social values like respect and care. But let me tell you, children should not be taught only to sacrifice for others unless they have a rationale to do so. I have seen many teachers and parents throughout my career. They teach children to sacrifice ABC for elders or to respect the decision of seniors. Fine, you are correct, but still incorrect. Let them sacrifice, but they feel to do so. If they feel, only then. Let them use their intellect. Guide them, but do not force them. We also desire children to have character values such as generosity, loyalty, kindness, sincerity, self control. So, if you can look at the slide, you will find so many values, a long list of values available over here. And this is an unending list. I've just quoted few values which you all want your children to have. So, if you will look over here, you all want your children to work hard, right? You want them to help you to be true enough, to participate in charity, to be kind enough, to be punctual, to think about their career, to have sincerity. That's great. I respect you all, that you all love your children, and that's why, as a teachers and parents, you are thinking about that. But let us think wisely which things are more important for them and which things will take time gradually to be improved. Now, this slide is giving you a glimpse. I just want to give you a message, just a request. Do not try to expect a lot from your children. Do not push so hard. They are not juicer mixer. They are human like us. Guide them to love. Teach them ethics and values, but all gradually. Also listen to what values they want to share with you. Maybe they will also teach you something, and at the same time you can share them. So it's a vice versa process. So I recently conducted a survey and asked few teachers and parents that what ethical and moral values they want to instill in their children. Well, these were just the top seven values which I have quoted. Uh, Great values, isn't it? But compromise, can you see the word compromise? Well, we need to teach children when and how to compromise, rather compromising all the time. They all have their own dignity as well. So please let us respect it. Similarly, do not expect children to be the best in the examination or any other task. Every children has different capacity and capability. So please remember, I suggest them to work hard, but do not expect too much in return. Let me give you my example from my life. These are like my parents had high expectations, and I compromised my life. Uh, it was just like an internal suffocation, mental stress. It has drifted me from my own self. I was never involved in any decision making. Can you believe? Well, I respect my parents at doing all things for them, but that I can. but I have compromised my life for many years that now I feel like I'm nothing like but a robot. So do you want your children to think like that? Do you want them to internally suffocate their own identity? I think so, no. So let us promise our own selves we will be thinking about it and we will not be doing the same thing. So dear students and teachers, do not do this to your children. It will make your children away from you. Love them, be kind to them. Make them responsible person. Yes, you should teach them respecting others, but nourish them with care and without too many expectations. Remember one thing, if you have high expectations, it will only lead to mental health challenges. I have been working for the mental health advocacy for the last few years, and let me tell you frankly, all the people, majority of the children are internally depressed or they have anxiety. But let me tell you clearly, they will not disclose it to you. So please don't have high expectations. It will lead them towards isolation, mood swing, hyperactivity, hatred. Now, let me give you the example of hatred. Maybe that is external visible, and maybe it's not. And if it's not, it is much more difficult and dangerous to understand this phenomena. So remember, if they are stressful, they are in isolation, they are facing challenges. So you should understand why they are doing this. And I personally hold this viewpoint that it is because of our high expectation. I would rather say the highest expectations, which we should not. Avoid unrealistic expectations. Have expectations, it's fine. Normal expectations, moderate, I would say, but don't go for unrealistic. For example, my dear child, my dear student, you have to become a pilot. It is my wish. I'm your mother, I'm your teacher. Don't do this thing, please. It's so unrealistic, so unrealistic. Let them decide about their future as well. Guide them, but don't force them. Your concern should not become to control them. Don't try to control them. If you will try to control them, they will become more hyper, and maybe they will take certain decisions which might hurt you in the future. Now, dear students, let us hear, dear teachers and researchers and every person who is listening to me. Let us now hear an audio clip. Ah, it's a very interesting audio clip. Let me tell you. I promise you.
I want you to understand this. Children are not your property. It's a privilege. Another life came through you. Hmm? You must enjoy it. Do your best to nourish it. What it becomes is not your business. Your business is to support it, create a wonderful atmosphere around it, create an ambience where it grows well. I'm using the word it consciously. Like a tree, like a plant, you just create the nourishment that it needs, it grows. Well, is it going to bear apples, pears, mangoes, or just flowers, or just nothing? We don't know. Only thing is, your wish is they must grow to their full potential. They are not an extension of your ambitions. They're not, and they need not be. So, this is because people think they own their children. No, they're not your property. I think these days they're telling you, older generation hesitates to say this. This generation, by the time they're 10, they're telling you, you got no business to tell me what to do. So, does it mean to say you don't say anything to them? No, it's your business to see, because if you don't guide them, somebody else will on the street. Or somebody will do it long distance on the internet. All kinds of creatures are out there. All right. So, yes, to protect them, to nourish them, to allow them to explore their possibilities, it is your business to do that as a parent.
Wonderful. Yes, children are not your property. He rightly said that People think they own their children. It is your business to see, to guide them. It's true. It's very important as a teacher, as a parent. You have to guide them. You should protect them and nourish them, but please allow them the possibilities to move ahead. So, I personally hold this viewpoint that morality is not given, rather developed all along the way. It takes time. It is a very, very gradual process. For some children, it may be a fast process. So I might not give you the final conclusion, but as per my experience is concerned, I do know that it is a very gradual process. They develop their morality from the environment by interacting with parents, with other people, their friends, from the environment. So let us give them chance to groom and to grow their morality gradually. So, dear teachers and parents and researchers, uh, I just want to briefly talk about moral development theory, which was given by Lawrence Kohlberg. Remember, this is one of the wonderful theories. It talks about that morality can be developed either positively or negatively. It depends on how an individual accomplishes the task during each stage. So, if a child develops negative things, so don't worry. Just try to think that why it is so. But morality is developed gradually. According to moral Lawrence Kohlberg's, it develops into either positive way or into the negative way. So we have to look at that. And according to him, people progress in their moral reasoning through stages. So he defines 6 stages. I will just briefly give you glimpse about what these stages are all about. So, many parents and teachers have asked me this question that what about the correct age to develop morality among children? So I today want to answer that it's a gradual and continuous process. Do not bind it to any age bracket. Yeah, Lawrence Kohlberg has given the age bracket, but I defend it. I don't want you to focus on that age because for some people it is a bit fast process. For few people, it is a gradual process. So let us keep the age bracket side and let us look at each step. So. The first level is all about pre-conventional morality. If you can see at the bottom, dark blue color step one. This is the pre-conventional morality when a child is very young. They don't have any personal code of morality. Basically, as an adult, we shape their morality and they know that if they will break any rule, they have to face the consequences. So at this stage, they don't have any morality. They just follow, they imitate whatever morality you will be giving to them. Let us move towards the second step, step number two. It's basically called individualism and exchange. At this stage, basically, children recognize that there is not just one right view. They do recognize that there are more than one viewpoint, but they don't speak these points. You know why? Because we are living in a society, we are bound by a culture, by a religious value and so many things. So they do start realizing that there are different viewpoints, but they don't express these things out in step two. Let us now move towards level two, that's called conventional stage. At this stage, the first stage three is about good interpersonal relationship. Basically, the individual is good to be seen as being a good person by others. At this stage, children want others to look them like a macho person or a charismatic person. That's why their answers are related to the approval of others. If others approve the answers, they accept it. Then comes stage four, that's maintaining the social order. They become aware of the wider rules of the society. So judgments concern obeying rules to uphold the laws because they don't want to go into the guilt. So in order to avoid guilt, they keep quiet and they focus on all the guidelines which we give them to focus on. Let us now move briefly towards level 3. It's called post conventional morality. This is best the best stage. I have been teaching students throughout the world for the last many years, and I have seen that many students ask me that, are we at this stage? So let me tell you whether you are or not. Stage 5 is all about social construct and individual right. This stage is very sensitive. You know why? Because individuals becomes aware that rules might exist. They know it's for good, and but there are times when they will work against the interests of people because they feel that they are right, their values are more right than the values of society, so they become a bit rebellion. The last stage, very critical stage, and I hardly believe that anyone would reach to that stage. And if you will find that people will start detaching themselves from you. Why? Because at this stage people develop their own set of moral guidance. They will not follow any guidance given by other people. So according to Kant, a philosopher, individuals are free. They can act autonomously, but often choose not to do so. And you know why? You all know the answers. Because of society, because of culture, because of family, because of relations. We are so much bound that it is very difficult for us to take the autonomous decisions. So, according to Kant, and I also endorse his viewpoint that we need to respect each individual's freedom. Very important. I'm not saying that you have to give them liberty. I just said that individuals' freedom should be respected. Let us ask children what they feel freedom is for them. What are their viewpoints? What are their experiences? What they want from you, and you believe that is under the domain of freedom or not? Let us try to evaluate that. Very interesting slide. I just designed it for you all so that you, the educators, you are the role models. Remember, I'm so glad and I'm so happy that you are here and you are listening to me. I just want to give you one message. I just want to see if this video can be run. Let's see. Then I'll tell you what it is all about. Oh my God. Oh. Okay. Thank you for watching this video. Uh, did you see? Can you see the cat? Did you see the cat when it revolved? Well, I just want to give you one message. Do not become a helicopter or airplane parent or teacher. Please don't do this to your children. If your parents and your teachers did this to you, if do not repeat this mistake. Don't try to do this thing with your children. And I have a very famous quotation, and I love this quotation: to reach the highest, always start with the lowest. So now I will be giving you few tips about how to instill ethical values among children. So let us move towards the first tip which I want to give you. It's about setting healthy boundaries. I have read so many literature, and it was written the parents should set the boundaries, strict boundaries, rigid boundaries. Why are we using these words? Don't you think these words are so staunch? I think the word healthy boundaries is the most pertinent word, be it physical, emotional, material, or mental. By healthy boundaries, I mean those boundaries which are set mutually together with the children. with care and with respect. Now we all know that the real world is filled with rules and limitations, right? But made it a bit flexible. This is my suggestion to you all. Children who understand healthy boundaries learn to say confidently yes and no without fear of what other people will think. We basically teach children uh, to have fear of the society. If I will say no, oh my God, what the society will tell us? Oh my God, please don't train students and children like this. Try to make them understand what healthy boundaries are all about. Work together with love and empathy. By empathy, it does not mean sympathy. Empathy means you should keep yourself into their position. Try to put yourself into their shoes in order to understand how they are perceiving and try to interact in a very positive way. Now you should set the consequences as well. I'm not saying you should not go for that. If they are doing something wrong, just set the consequences. But I would suggest it should be a positive, empathetic responses. Let me give you one example. You may go play as soon as you finish the homework. In this example, play is limited to the condition of the child completing the homework. The natural consequence is that he may choose when he will do the lesson and thus postpone or move him towards the playtime. So set limit with love and firmness. Tell them how you feel and what you don't like and as well as what you like about them. I have seen many Asian parents, particularly and teachers, that they are groomed in such a manner that they cannot express their love to their children. My parents never expressed their love. I never expressed their love. This is the weakness. I think so. Being the teacher, researchers, and parents, we should assure it that let our child know that we love them unconditionally. It's so important for them to understand that. Let me give you one more example. I know you are angry right now. It sometimes happen with me as well. I don't like it when you hit me. I like it when you ask me about the thing you need. So if your child by mistake or due to some reason hits you, don't try to hit them back. Try to make them understand that you don't like this gesture. Demonstrate to your children how to work with their problem on their own. Let your child feel the impact of the cross boundary. Teach and plan during the good timing. It's very important. Not all the timings are good. If you will just sit doing the dinner and you will ask your child to do this thing and that thing, that's not the right time. Just try to wait for the right time. Not all timings are good to teach and to set the boundaries, so beware. So respect, love, share and care. You have to educate them about all the positive and negative consequences. But I mentioned that negative consequences should not be the punishment. Limit their behavior, not emotions. Let they express, let they flow their emotions. It's very important thing. Let they share their feelings with you. Now, it's a very interesting slide for you all. You can look at there are 4 bullet points. There are 4 points which I have mentioned over here. The first one, I feel angry when people, you can use the chat box and you can write yes or no about the first question now. I feel angry when people don't view things the same way that I do. I criticize children when they don't do things according to my wish. Now there are two more bullet points given over here. These are the statements. I'm comfortable with children expressing their emotions. I take responsibility for my own feelings and emotions. So can you see here there are 2 points which are marked as red and 2 points which are marked as green because the first two are rigid boundaries. Don't do this thing. Try. I know we all are humans. We will make mistakes and we will be doing all these things, but let us try to improve ourselves. Don't promise yourselves. I know promise sometimes we break promises, but let us try to move towards the next 2 points which are highlighted as green. So, second tip to all the parents and teachers: sense of responsibilities and ownership. It's very important. Trustworthiness, very, very important thing. Try to build trust with your children. Give them sense of taking decisions. Sometimes, not all the times. Try to take their ideas, dear son, dear child. What are your viewpoints? Oh, yes, you are right. Shall we try to accommodate this thing? Okay, let us do this thing or that thing. In this manner, you can mutually decide and take decision. And remember, we have to shift their dependencies to independencies. By this, I mean that yes, they are growing, they are fragile, it will take time for them to understand things. Gradually shift their dependencies to independencies, slowly, gradually. And gradually try not to interfere in their matters. I'm not talking about all the matters. Yes, you have to interfere, it's very important, but not in all the things. If they are wearing red dress and if you will interfere and say, why are you wearing red dress? No, that's not fair. That's not fair. Let they decide about the colors. It's their life to decide at least about the colors and boost their self-esteem. Very important thing. So children are dependent on us, I agree, but the dependencies should be gradually shifted. Just take your time. No hard and fast rule. It is sometimes good to interfere, but only if it's important. For example, if your child is using a mobile phone, you can't ask them, "Dear son, daughter, or student, you're using it for a long time now. Can you please put off your mobile if you don't mind? Let us now sleep." In this way, very gradually. Hey, what are you typing? Who you are chatting with? Show me your chats. I will snatch your mobile. Remember, your child will be rebellion because you are insurgents. Show them trust and love, and they will start sharing your lives with you. If they fail to share anything with you, that's fine, it's okay. You don't have to take pressure. Respect your child nature. Maybe your child is an introvert, like let me give you my example. I'm an introvert and I don't like sharing my life with my family members and anyone. Now that's fine. Always tell your children at least that, dear son, dear daughter, I'm here for you. I'm here to listen to you. If you ever need my help, come to me. I trust you. I love you. In this way, if they ever want to share anything, they will be coming to you. And the last point, self control. You have to control your attitude, your behavior. If you want to teach them self discipline, you have to have self discipline attitude. Now, it's very important. Children do have like high expectation. Most parents would love their children to follow the directions and to not question the authorities. However, this is not a responsibility. These behaviors would be classified as obedience. Finding the balance between over managing and under parenting is an art. Try to become the friend of your children. If you can't, take it gradually, but don't try to mix obedience with responsibility. These two things are different. So, tip number 3 from my side is to teach them to embrace the power of saying no. You know, child abuse is growing, be it physical, mental, verbal. It is growing, and we have to admit it. We have to admit it. Being a researcher, I have not only been reading about it, but I have been witnessing all these things. But not all the children will share it with you. You know why? Because we are not teaching them to say no. Teach them no is an acceptable answer. Try to let they think about the rational. If you ask them about anything, if they say no, Let they decide why they are saying no. There must be some rational. Ask them, why are you saying no? That's fine. Let try to build critical thinking among children. It's very more honest. It's very true, and you have to be honest. Don't deceive them. If you will lie, don't expect children that they will never lie to you. Try not to deceive them. And if they will lie to you, as I already mentioned, it happens. We are human. Sometimes it happens. So you have to accept it. You have to have the power of absorption. Remember, when we eat food, it absorbs gradually, very gradually. If you will eat meat, it will take more time to absorb. The same case is with the situation. But it's very important to teach them respecting self first. We teach them to respect elders. My lovely teachers, researchers, students, parents, whoever is attending this webinar, please teach them to respect their own self first, then to respect elders. You know why? Because most parents love their children to follow them, that's fine. But there are times when life is rushed and things are happening, and your child says no at the most inconvenient time. If you will teach them to respect elders, maybe that elder is an unknown person. So if they are unknown person and if you taught them to respect them, maybe that person is a child abuser and any other person. So try to teach them to respect self and then to respect others. And please do not use bad language. Never use bad language. I have experienced these things in my life. And I want parents and teachers not to do this thing with your children. So create an open dialogue with your children. Teach them about the consent. Empower them to say no. Pause. Take a breath and ask them why. If they are taking any decision, that's fine, but don't be harsh. It's a very interesting quotation which I found online. I allow myself to set healthy boundaries, to say no to what does not align with my values, to say yes to what does. Boundaries assist me to remain healthy, honest, and living a life that is true to me. Now, the next step from my side, learning to be helpful and kind. Teach children, ask them for help, take their help. If they want to help you for cooking, try to take their help. If they ask you as a teacher, dear teacher, should I help you to carry the notebooks? Take their help. They want to help you. Teach them all these things and praise them for helping. Appreciate them. Ask them if they need help. It's also very important. Not all the time that you will be asking them to give you help, but you should also ask them if they need help. Dear student, if you need help, come over to me. I'm there for you. In the same way, parents should repeat these things again and again. Teach them teamwork, be generous, engage them in social work. If you find any place where social work is happening, teach them to get them involved into that. That's fine. Say thanks. If you are elder, doesn't matter. We all are equal. Saying thanks, appreciating them will not make us a lower position person. Try to teach them all these things. And you know, the easiest way to instill a sense of helpfulness in a child is to make them feel part of a community and family. By showing them how to be helpful and how to help the other people, it will really foster their natural sympathy and help them to decide what they really want to do in their life. Now, the next step, I'll not go forward more. I'll take just 5 last minutes. So now we are talking about character building. It's so important. We have to be the role model. We have to practice what we are preaching. If we are not doing anything, how can we expect children to follow us? Let, let us ask them, who are your role model? If they say we don't have any role model, doesn't matter. If they will not take your name, don't become angry. It takes time. Don't try to make them a fabricated robot. Let they decide who they want to be their role model. Engage them in social practice, give them space to practice, love them, show them compassion, gratitude, gratitude, more than thank you. It means basically the quality of being thankfulness. Teach them this thing to be expressive. Teach them, don't fear of the society. Whatever they want to think, leave it. My child, I'm here for you. Whatever you want to share, I'm here for you. Very good quotation. If you lose your wealth, you have lost nothing. If you lose your health, you have lost something. But if you lose your character, you have lost everything. 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 So now let me give you the next tip, which is very important. Again, that's so much similar gratitude. Cultivate the attitude of thankfulness because it is more than thank you. Count the blessing. Tell them to count the blessing. Thank God for everything every day so that they should not compare their life with other people out. Don't teach them to compare their life. That's not a good thing. Help someone less fortunate is very important thing. Teach them to help other people out if they can. If they can't, no issue. Hey, they can help in other ways, like for example they can go to any cancer hospital, make a small card, they can give it to a senior person or a child who is battling with cancer. That's also fine. That also shows something that we are fortunate. And narrate your personal experience. I've seen many parents and teachers, they hide sharing their experiences. Why are you doing this thing? Share it. You will not become a poor person. I've shared my life with you all, a few things. In the similar way, you can also do the same. Teach them to respect self, not to compromise their dignity. Word, let them think about their worth. They exist in this world and they are worthful person. Don't do intellectual vanity. Means like if you will try to force them to compare their life with other people out, that we are the best. Don't do this thing. Yeah, try to make them feel unique, that they are unique. If they are black, if they are white, if they have a short height, doesn't matter. Why are we trying to compare it? You know why child is depressed? Because we are trying to do this thing, we are not expressing ourselves out. Express them. My dear child, I love you. I love you. I love you. There is one again, yes or no, I love myself. Do you love yourself? You can use the chat box if you want to. Do you respect yourself? I feel devastated when someone criticizes me. I think I am a failure. So here also you should go for the green mark thing, not for the red mark thing. It's my conclusive remark before going to the next session. If you want your child to stay active, happy, and mentally fit, lower your expectations. Tease them good, but try to understand them. Give them space. Respect them. Raise kids, not robots. Thank you so much. Now I would like to respect Dr. Rafia to start her presentation. Dr. Rafia is a professor in University of Collins, Germany, and she will be delivering a lecture on ethics for teachers and researchers. Over to you, Dr. Rafia.
Thank you very much, Dr. Munir. Are you listening to me?
Yes, I can listen. You can now share your presentation.
Okay, can you see my presentation?
Yes, we can. Thank you so much.
Okay, first of all, I would like to for such a wonderful talk on how to instill ethical values among children and the message that is conveyed that it's very, very important to love and respect yourself and others, and especially children's. It's a wonderful talk. Thank you for this. Secondly, I would like to thank the Global Forum for Teacher Educators to give me this platform to convey my message about ethics for teachers and researchers to dear ladies and gentlemen. My name is Dr. Rafia Mubaraka. I'm junior professor at the University of Koblenz-Landau, Germany. I have experienced the teaching and research both activities. Let's begin our presentation. Teaching is an independent profession and a demanding expert task that inherently involves professional ethics. The teaching profession requires that those working as teacher comply with the high standards of professional ethics and that society can trust their teachers act ethically in all situations. So what is ethics? Ethics is anchored on the moral standards that normally we follow. And what is morality then? Morality is a set of unwritten rules that guides us on the things that we should or should not do in order to attain harmony and ordinance in any undertaking. What are teacher expertise and values? The responsibility related to a teacher's work is based on know how and the work's value and norms. Neither of these can replace each other. Poor expertise does not compensate for good ethical principle, and vice versa. Teachers must continuously maintain their expertise, have special sensitivity to recognize the ethical dilemmas involved in teaching work and readiness to act ethically in these situations. Separating legal and ethical issues. The legal and ethical issues must be treated separately in teacher's ethic. Although a teacher's basic task and responsibilities are defined in legislation and standards, the professional ethics cannot be based on compulsion or external control. Instead, professional ethics are based on a teacher's internalized understanding of the profession's moral demands. What are societal expectations? The results of a teacher's work are often not seen until much later. Good learning experiences support lifelong learning, and teachers play a significant role in creating a positive learning experience and in strengthening the learner's confidence and sense of social responsibility. A teacher's job is to improve the opportunities for education, teaching, and learning for the benefits of individuals. Teachers are expected to meet society's expectations, which concern the actualization of the teaching goals. Due to the societal changes, many teachers are forced to deal with many matters in their work for which they cannot hold sole responsibility. The power and the responsibility of a teacher. The shift in the role of teachers has brought the teacher closer to the learners. It adds to the teacher's responsibility for the learner's development and often also requires cooperation with other parties responsible for the learner's development. Assessment of the learners is closely related to the teacher's power and responsibility. Internalized ethics prevent teacher from misusing their positions. So what are the teacher's values and ethical principles? The core of the teaching consists of four basic values. The first is dignity, the second is truthfulness, then comes fairness, then comes responsibility and freedom. All teaching is founded on ethics, whether it be a teacher-student relationship, pluralism, or a teacher's relationship with their work. Dignity means the respect for humanity. Teachers must respect every person, regardless of gender, sexual orientation, gender diversity, appearance, age, religion, social standing, origin, opinions, abilities, and achievement. It doesn't matter the human belong to which category. Dignity means respect for humanity. The next comes the truthfulness. It is one of the core values in teachers' basic task, which involves steering learner in navigating life and the environment. Honesty with oneself and others and mutual respect in all communication is a basic aspect of teachers' work. Fairness is also important both when encountering individual learners and groups, but also in the work community. Fairness involves, in particular, promoting equality and non discrimination and avoiding favoritism. Teachers are entitled to their own values, but in their work, teachers' responsibility is tied to their basic task and its standards such as legislations and the curriculum. The aim of teachers' ethical principle is to draw attention to the ethics involved in teaching. And good professional ethics are among a teacher's most important resources. Now it comes the research ethics. Research ethics provide guidelines for the responsible conduct of the research. In addition, it educates and monitors scientific conduct, conducting research to ensure a high ethical standards. What are the principles of research ethics? Here is the list of journal summary of some ethical principles: honesty, objectivity, integrity, carefulness, openness, respect for intellectual property, confide- confidentiality, responsible publication, responsible mentoring, respect for colleagues, social responsibility, non discrimination, competence, legality, animal care, home and subjects protection. So these are the basic principles of research ethics. Now we will briefly go through them. So honesty, honestly report data, results, methods, and procedures and publication status. There is no need to fabricate or falsify or misrepresent data. It's very important in research ethics. What you have done, just show it that I have done this. There is no need to further fabricate or falsify or misrepresent it. Then comes objectivity. It strives to avoid bias in experimental designs, data analysis, data interpretation, peer review, personal decisions, grant writings, expert testimony, and other aspects of research. Then comes integrity. Keep your promises and agreements. Act with sincerity. Strive for consistency of thoughts and actions. The next ethics in research is carefulness. Avoid careless errors and negligence. Carefully and critically examine your own work and work of your peers. Keep good record of research activity. This is very, very important that whatever you do in your research, either it has the positive or the negative result, you have to keep everything in record and never destroy your record. Then come openness. It's the sharing of data, results, ideas, tools, resources. Be open to criticism and new ideas. In fact, what the researchers are doing is, in fact, the sharing of the knowledge. When you share your data, result, ideas, then you come up with the new follow up ideas. The next comes the respect for intellectual property, honor patents, copyrights, and other form of intellectual property. Do not use unpublished data, method, or result without permission. Give credit where the credit is due. Never plagiarize. Confidentiality. Product confidential communications such as papers or grants submitted for publications, personal records, trade or military secrets, and patient records. Then comes responsible publication. Publish in order to advance research and scholarship, not to advance just your own career. Avoid wasteful and duplicate publications. The next research ethics is responsible mentoring. Help to educate and mentor and advise students. Promote their welfare and allow them to make their own decisions. Then come respect for colleagues. Respect your colleagues and treat them fairly. Then comes social responsibility. Strive to promote social good and prevent or mitigate social harms through research, public educations, and advocacy. Then comes non-discrimination. Avoid discrimination against colleagues or students on the basis of sex, race, ethnicity, or other factors that are not related to their scientific competence and integrity. Then comes competence. Maintain and improve your own professional competence and expertise through lifelong education and learning. Take steps to promote competence in science as a whole. Legality. Know and obey relevant laws and institutional and governmental policies. Then comes animal care. Show proper respect and care for animals as well when using them in research. Do not conduct unnecessary or poorly designed animal experiments. Like the humans, animal life is also very important. The next research ethics is human subjects protection. When conducting research on human subjects, minimize harm and risk and maximize benefits. Respect human dignity, privacy, and autonomy. Here are some research misconducts like fabrication. It means that making up data or results and recording or reporting them. Then comes falsification. It means manipulating research materials or changing or omitting data or results such that the result is not accurately represented in the research record. Plagiarism is another research misconduct. It means the appropriation of another person's ideas, processes, results, or words without giving appropriate credit. The research misconduct does not include honest error or differences of opinion. This was a brief description about the ethics in teaching and research. I would like to thank you for your kind attention. If you have any question, you are most welcome to ask.
We have few questions now. Dr. Rafia, are you here?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, there is a question, general question, if you want to answer. How to develop a sense of healthy competition among kids and children?
How, sorry, I don't understand how to develop a healthy competition
Children.
among children
Yeah,
and parents, you mean?
yeah.
Yeah, I think that these questions mostly relate to your talk, but I also would like to share my experience. I think that as you said that you have to love and respect for yourself and your children's as well, and treat your children's as an independent identity. They have their own sense of thinking and feelings. So try to understand them rather than to impose something from your own side. So you treat them like
Very,
an
yes.
individual person or individual identity and
Very,
respect
very
their
true.
ideas.
Very true. And I personally hold this viewpoint that the word competition, I think so. Why this word is in the dictionary? Why are we using this word? We should use the word how to develop healthy environment for the children. And for developing the healthy environment, I think so. We are the role model. We have to. I'm not saying that we have to imitate, but rather we have to involve ourselves, indulge ourselves into all the activities which children are doing. There is a question for you, Dr. Rafia. How many teachers are actually following the ethics generally? Like, do teachers follow ethics in their real life or not?
Okay, honestly speaking, not. Because I think that sometimes, the Dr. Munir, it depends upon the cultural differences because I have experienced the Western culture as well as the Eastern culture. And I would say that in Eastern culture, it's even less obeyed. The teaching ethics is less followed. But in the Western culture, I see that here the it it is here. It is here. The students have their
Hmm.
own way of thinking and they are more independent. So I think it's depend upon the cultural differences as well.
Okay, there's one more question on the screen for you.
How do we deal with predatory journals? I don't understand exactly what the term predatory journal means, but
I
if
think
he means
fake
that,
journals. Fake
sorry,
journals? Fake journals.
yeah, fake journals. Um, I think that these days we have enough data in the internet in order to go for these fake journals. And what I can suggest is that if you are new in the field, you have to take guide from your seniors or discuss with the other experts. They will give you information about this, because normally a layman or a new person cannot identify them easily.
Okay, thank you. Uh, Let us see. Okay, fine. The questions are finished. On the behalf of Global Forum for Teacher Educators, I thank all the participants who joined this live webinar. I am also thankful to Dr. Rafia Mubaraka for sparing out time for Global Forum for Teacher Educators. Thank you all. God bless you.
Thank you very much. Bye bye.
Bye. Dear participants, in case you have not marked your attendance, please do that as soon as possible. Thank you so much. The attendance sheet will be logged after 5 minutes. Thank you. We request all the participants, if they have any comment about today's webinar, about the first session or second session, please leave your comment. It will be like an honor for us. Thank you once again.